Wow. Alright, we're in the shack here, folks. It's about 11:30. We did a little early seminar this morning on bluegills biting, you know. It was about 5:30 this afternoon, actually, not this morning. We've had a few beer skis tonight. A little bit of shorthorn. I think it's getting time to be for a shorthorn. We're out here trying to do a little bit of walleye fishing. We've been sitting out here, you know. They just ain't biting. We've had tip-ups in and jig poles in the water now for about 3 hours. A few hours ago, my buddy Down Chuck stopped. You know, he's having a bad day, so I said, "What's up, Chuck?" And he stopped and told me that he bought some ground chuck down at the fucking local grocery store. I think that place is called Kirkwood's. Owned by Chuck, of course. You know, I think that son of a bitch has got bad luck. He just bought a brand new Ford pickup truck. And he hit this goddamn 8-point buck, little scraggly fucker, you know. And when he drug it out and threw it in the back of his truck and he brought it over, all I could say was, "What the fuck, Chuck? What are you doing with that, Chuck?" You know, this one's for Chuck. Got, oh, one more. That tasted good. That's stellar. Ooh, my bobber's moving. We got action on the jig pole right here, folks. We've been out here for about 6.5 hours now, and my float hasn't submerged. You know, them goddamn warble eyes, they pull the bait into their mouth, and the bobber cork doesn't hardly go under the water. She just goes down about inches, you know. Ooh, no, it must have been a false alarm. So, what we're doing here, folks, is we're having a few beer skis. We're having a good time. We just called in at the goddamn radio station for about the 6th time today. They don't answer their fucking teleringer. I don't know why. The fucker's been blowing up off the horn all day, and they just don't answer it. I think they got me on caller ID, you know, and they don't want to hear my voice anymore. All I want to hear is that I should have been fucking she'd have been hotter than a dollar pistol or some bullshit like that. Holy fuck.
How does that go there, Billy?
Okay, that goes, "She was hotter than a $2 pistol. She was the fastest thing around. Long and lean, she was everything. Lend to me in the back in the days when I gotta shut up now because I forgot the rest of the song."
So, Billy Bob there, how did you get that out anyway?
So, I shot the Sachsenpfeffer back in '64. Me and my buddy, Down Chuck, we decided that I was going to pull an up chuck move, and we went on this buck drive. So we got in his Ford pickup truck with all of our luck, you know, and we did this buck drive. And this great big Sachsenpfeffer, she stepped out in front of me, so I pulled the trigger. She burst into fucking dust. Chuck says, "You missed him." I got over there and I fucking had a pile of fluff, so I turned her into a Sachsenpfeffer hat. Turns out that's my best goddamn hat I've ever worn. She makes me sweat in the wintertime, you know. Just makes me sweat. So, folks, all I can say is that I bought this new auger. She's an Eskimo. Bought her down.
Your wife, Darlene, there, she sewed that hat up for you, didn't she?
What's that there, you say?
Your wife, Darlene, she sewed that hat up for you, didn't she?
Oh, Darlene, yeah. Oh, she's a beautiful, gorgeous lady.
She sewed that rabbit up there for you.
Yeah, she showed my Sachsenpfeffer up. You know what? That lady's the love of my life, you know. They always said she ain't a lady unless she's 280. God damn it, she's 297, and that's the best lady I ever had. You know, she does things to me that ain't ever been done before, you know.
She's a nice lady.
Oh, she's a real good lady. She's a real nice lady, you know. Real nice lady. She buys me lots of these Keith Stones, you know, they're good for you. They're good for, ooh, we got a little jig bite. Got a little action.
God damn, I gotta grab my beer.
We got an action here. My cork, she submerged for a second. I thought we had a bite, but that just means every time your bobber moves, you probably should take a drink of this Keystone beer and Coors Light. This one's here for the folks at home.
Right here for Billy Bob.
You know, we've been sitting out in this shack, you know, sweating our balls off the last day. I got this thing they call a rash. I think I'm chafing between the asshole and the ball shack. Just can't get her to go away. I've been chucking propane fumes and drinking all this goddamn booze. I think it's starting to catch up to me here in the Northwoods.
Oh, me and this guy earlier, we were just slaying the fucking panfish.
Oh, dude, the panfish.
We were bringing them back home, and Darlene cut them up and.
Oh, Darlene, she knows how to work that blade, you know, Billy Bob.
Oh, and she loves doing it.
Oh, and my buddy Ray there, he tells me to drill him some holes, so I brought up a new strike master, because my Eskimo, she burst into shames, you know. She just all of a
Burst
sudden.
into what?
She burst into shames, you know. Just
All of a sudden.
just out of nowhere, I started that bitch up, and she just woof. She burst into shames, you know.
Ain't that the bitch?
Yeah, she's a bitch. She's a real bitch. You know this beer?
So,
I think this beer tastes like porcupine piss. You know, when she gets warm, she just tastes like porcupine piss. Right next to moose piss.
What about that 10 mile over there? You know?
Goddamn 10 Mile. You know that fucking lake? They need to get rid of it. They call it 10 Mile. That fucking lake should be called the Dead Mile. There ain't a goddamn fish any fucking mile of that 2 mile lake. It's fucking half a mile long and they call it 10 Mile. You tell me what's up with that shit. When you figure that out, Billy Bob, holy Billy Bob, you let me know what's going on.
No shit, Skipper.
Well, folks, we're going to take a little break here. We're going to show you some commercialage, and we'll get right back to the walleye.
This honky mouth fella right here knows how to fucking hit some fish.
Fucking I'm a honky mouth fowl from Chetek, Wisconsin. If it wasn't for Herbison Amundsen, we wouldn't be here today. Herb,
this one's for you.
This one's for you.
Right there, motherfucker.
Cut.